Hello, beautiful people, back again. This video, I want to talk about the narcissist and their addiction to pornography. Why do I relate these two? If you have been in any type of toxic relationship, or you have friends or people that's close to you, family members, and you guys have shared stories about a narcissist or any type of abusive man, you'll notice that this is one of the common things amongst them is addiction to pornography. When I say addiction, I'm not talking about people who may have, watched it maybe twice a year, 3 times a year. I'm not talking about that. When I say addiction, I mean to the point where they have to watch this every day. When I say every, yes, I'm pronouncing every syllable, because my experience would start with Narc A. I'm talking magazines, I'm not talking about 4 and 5 magazines here and there. I'm talking about enough magazines you can fill up 2 garbage cans full or more. That was back in the day. Then that's just one aspect. Then you talking the VHS back in the day. I'm talking about just a ridiculous supply of it. I'm not talking about just a little stash and maybe 10 videos, 5 videos here. I'm talking about just constant. Then when the phones became popular, then now you own all these different sites. You got accounts. You got to watch it. That's what I mean by pornography addiction. This is what I'm talking about. It's closely related to the narcissist as well as any type of abusive individual. Why do I say it's connected? Because if you think about pornography, it is, or I should say, it keeps them in their state of an altered reality. Because if you've been watching any of my other videos, you know the narcissist lives in an altered reality. And pornography, as we all know, is staged, it's characters. It's not real, So this keeps them, I guess it feeds that, to make their lives believable, I guess. That's how I assess it. That's my analysis. And then it's like, and then when their spouses, or if you come to them and tell them, you don't feel comfortable with it, it's like it's taking up all of their time to the point they not paying attention to you. That's a problem. That is a serious problem. If your spouse is telling you that they are feeling some type of way about you and this pornography thing, and you to the point where you're not even having sex with your partner because you getting pleasure and pleasing yourself watching this, that's a problem. That's an addiction. Seriously. It really is. Because, like I said, that's just been my experience with all 3 of the narcs that I've dealt with. Pornography addiction. And we're not even going to get into the type of pornography, because that's a whole nother dynamic within itself that you need to be, ladies, be aware of that. The thing that they, desire to watch as far as when it comes to pornography, and the type of sex that they're requesting from you, and a lot of times they'll try to coerce you into doing something that you're not comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? But you have the right to say no. It's your body. Married or not, it's your body. No. If you're not comfortable with it, you don't have to do it. Because like I said, they're living in an altered reality. That stuff they trying to, I guess, emulate from this fake, whatever you want to call it. It's not real. Like I said, it's no true connection. Like I stated before, they don't know how to connect to a person. They don't know how to be truly intimate with a person and have a I should say a heart or soul connection with somebody. So all of these things are closely related. They won't even understand if you begin to talk about tantric sex or, you know, heart centered, heart chakra, you know what I'm saying, sexual connection. They don't understand that type of stuff because they live in an altered reality. So just beware of the narcissist and this porn addiction stuff, because like I said, that's a whole nother dynamic when it comes to the intimacy, you know, in the relationship. Because how can you truly connect with the person? Because it's kind of like I said, you think about it like this. If they're an energy vampire and you are a person who basically, like I said, as an empath, you can channel energy, you absorb energy, you're highly sensitive to energy. When you having sex with this person, because sex is supposed to be an exchange of energy. You know, it's not supposed to be someone sucking energy. It's not supposed to be one way. You get, if that makes sense. It's supposed to be a what do you call it? Electricity. I guess an alternating current between the two beings, not just this one person is just, you know what I'm saying, just sucking all the energy out. It's almost like if you plug something into the wall and it requires too much, it's gonna short circuit it. So it's like all the power go out, and you know what I'm saying, then the socket turn black. That's the best way I can describe it, is how it is with these individuals. Because if you keep on, you know what I'm saying, engaging in this sexual act with these energy vampires, eventually that's what's gonna happen to you. Like I said, and that's where you come into, you know, losing your identity. You feel like your energy is drained. You don't feel like yourself, because they have sucked and ciphered all of the life out of you in every way possible. This is the best way I can explain it. I hope I'm explaining the electricity analogy part good, because that's the only way I can think of it. But you definitely, like I said, you want to watch out for that when it comes to the narcissist or any type of abusive person. The addiction to pornography is a common thing amongst them. And also, there were a couple of books that I wanted to share that I read early on before I even learned about a narcissist. Or it could have been, I can't remember if the books actually, no, they didn't. These books that I read early on were just basically talking about like abusive people, controlling individuals, and verbally abusive relationships. So I have 3 books that I remember I read early on when I was with Narc A, where I was trying, you know, getting a little bit of, you know, understanding as to what was going on, because I knew something wasn't right and it was off. But the first one is Why Does He Do That? And it's Inside the Minds of Controlling and Abusive Men. And the author is Lundy, Bancroft, Lundy, last name Bancroft. That's the first book that I read, and that one helped a lot. That broke down like the different types of narcissists. Like he's a I want to say a psychologist, and did counseling with these type of people. And one of the things that he did speak about in this book is that these people, most of them, don't change. When they go to counseling, they get worse. They can go to counseling, they try to manipulate the counselor. If the counselor, you know what I'm saying, is not what's the word? I guess experienced in dealing with these type of people. The other book I read was about titled Controlling People by the author is Patricia Evans. I read her book. That was good. That was a good book to read and get understanding. And then I remember, like I said, I read a lot of books. Other book was called Verbally Abusive Relationship, and that was also by Patricia Evans. And these were just a couple of books that I read early on when I was in a relationship with Narc A, because that was actually the longest relationship that I was in. And I told myself when I escaped that relationship, that I would never get nobody that much, you know what I'm saying, of my life and not be happy again. And I kept that promise to myself. So from that, I learned, you know, things to look out for. Even though, like I said, I ended up in 2 other ones, but I still did not know what it was. But now I know, and I'm able to, you know, pick it out and decipher as to what's going on, what's healthy and what's not healthy, and when somebody's trying to play mind games. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope this was helpful. Hope it gave a little knowledge. Hope I explained it good with analogies. All right. Thank you for listening. Continue to shed your light and, you know, just continue to evolve and get your strength. Be encouraged, be inspired. So if you like the video, subscribe, like, and share. Definitely. Thank you for watching. Later.